Hello, hello. Hi, how are you? Sorry I haven't made a video in a little while. I've been working a lot. Like a lot. Like a lot. And I wanted to do this video. This video is from me, Reed, your friendly neighborhood Canadian, from the small town of Lac La Biche in the province of Alberta, from the Batcave, where I've been living the last year or so. This is my NHL 2019 award predictions video. Probably said video twice. That's okay. I don't have a script. I don't have a plan. This is an amateur YouTube channel from a guy, from a nice guy who works a lot, who is going to be unemployed very soon by choice. Anyway, that's another story. So it is Wednesday, June 19th, 2019, and the NHL awards are tonight, which is awesome. And I love the NHL awards. I'm a big awards fan of all kinds. When I was a kid, I grew up on the Academy Awards, the Oscars, the American Music Awards, the Grammys, the Emmys, MTV Music Video Awards, back when MTV played videos and was a thing, the Juno Awards. I loved all kinds of awards, and I loved the NHL awards, especially when we were able to watch them. I love the awards, and the NHL is my favorite sport. I'm a huge hockey fan, even though I'm wearing a special Toronto Blue Jays hat. I love the NHL. I love the NHL awards. I have two issues with the NHL awards before I get into my predictions. My first is, I think, considering there's 31 teams right now in the NHL, soon to be 32, I don't understand why there's only 3 nominees for every NHL award. When there was 21 teams in the NHL, it made sense that there was only 3 nominations for every award, right? Well, it's 2019. We have 31 teams, soon to be 32. I think the NHL awards at least should have 5 nominees for every individual award. I don't think that's a stretch. I don't think that's a hardship. I don't think that's a big deal. I think that makes sense to honor more players for their achievements during the NHL regular season, to spread the love around. Because seriously, 3 nominees? I mean, think about it. There's lots of players, especially this season, who had really good years for teams that didn't perform very well. I just think having 5 nominees for every NHL award makes sense. And my other issue with the NHL awards is something some sports writers brought up a few years ago, and I'm a big fan of it, and I hope it comes back into the discussion. But the NHL awards should be renamed. I think in this day and age, not a lot of people know what the Hart Trophy, who that's named after, or the James Norris Trophy, or the Conn Smythe Trophy, or the Vezina Trophy, or the Frank J. Selke Trophy, the Lady Byng Trophy. I think the NHL awards and the NHL League Players Association, they should rename all the individual awards to players people have heard of in this generation, last generation. As an example, you could name the Norris Trophy, you could name that the Bobby Orr Trophy, because Bobby Orr is the greatest defenseman of all time. So why not change the name as time evolves, life goes on, things change? Like the NHL awards have introduced new trophies over the years. They introduced the Mark Messier Leadership Award. They also renamed the Lester B. Pearson Award to the Ted Lindsay Award, which is the MVP voted by the NHL Players Association. So Now, Ted Lindsay, okay, Ted Lindsay might be a name people, that's kind of like Gordie Howe in a way. But they've already proved they can either introduce new awards or change an award name. So why not just do a full sweep? You could make the Vezina Trophy the Martin Brodeur Trophy for Best Goaltender. You could name the Conn Smythe Trophy the Patrick Waugh Playoff MVP Trophy. You could name the Hart Trophy the Wayne Gretzky Trophy. You know what I mean? The Maurice Rocket Richard Trophy. Okay, but you could honestly also name that the Wayne Gretzky Trophy, or you could name it maybe after another prolific goal scorer that deserves lots of respect. Maybe Mike Bossy or something. You could name a trophy after Mario Lemieux. You could name a trophy. You could introduce another trophy for maybe, like, you could have 2 defenseman awards, because usually the James Norris Trophy is supposed to go to the best defenseman, but sometimes it goes to the top scoring defenseman who has the best plus minus and blah blah blah. So you could have 2 defenseman trophies. You could have the Bobby Orr all around best trophy, and then you could maybe do the Paul Coffey or something. You know what I mean? Or the Larry Robinson defensive trophy. Something. You could name the Jack Adams Award the Scotty Bowman Coach of the Year trophy. You know what I mean? Am I crazy? Does that sound stupid? I don't know if it sounds stupid. I'm kind of stupid sometimes. But anyway, let's talk about the 2019 NHL Awards, because that's tonight. I'm going to upload this video on YouTube. I'm recording it at 5 p.m. Alberta time. It's legit. Why would I lie? And St. Louis Blues have won the Stanley Cup 2 weeks ago. They won the Stanley Cup, made NHL history. Crazy. No NHL expert picked St. Louis to win the Stanley Cup. They were the last team in the NHL, like January 4th, 2019. They sucked more than the Edmonton Oilers, and the Edmonton Oilers suck pretty hard. And there's some amazing women in the adult film industry that also are very good at sucking. But that's another story. Hi, London River, you sexy woman. You didn't think I'd mention you in this video? Oh, London River, I'm mentioning you. Mwah. Anyway, NHL Awards. Let's go in some non-specific order. Calder Trophy. The nominees are Jordan Bennington, who I thought was going to win the Conn Smythe Trophy for the St. Louis Blues. Rasmus Dahlin. I hope I'm saying that right. Buffalo Sabres, I think. And Elias Peterson? Feels like that's a wrestler's name. Vancouver Canucks? Fuck. I'm sorry. Shit. Anyway, I'm going with Jordan Bennington to win the Calder Trophy for the St. Louis Blues. That's what my heart says. My brain says it's probably going to go to the Buffalo guy, Rasmus Dahlin. But I hope, and I'm going with Jordan Bennington of the St. Louis Blues. Okay, boom. Nope, that's a big award. That's the same award. Okay, let's just go. The Ted Lindsay finalists. The Ted Lindsay Award, also known as the Lester B. Pearson Award for many, many, many years. The nominees are Patrick Kane, Chicago Blackhawks, Nikita Kucherov, the Tampa Bay Lightning, and Connor McDavid for the Edmonton Oilers. This is the NHL Most Valuable Player voted by the players. So there's 2 MVP awards. There's the Hart Trophy, which everyone regards as the most valuable player in the league, even though the wording of the trophy is most valuable players to his team. It's kind of weird. But anyway, the Hart Trophy is regarded as the MVP of the league, of everything. The Ted Lindsay Award is the MVP voted by the players. This year, I think Connor McDavid is going to win it again. I think he won it last year. Connor McDavid, Edmonton Oilers, even though I'm not an Oiler fan, you're a generational superstar player talent level of Mario Lemieux, Wayne Gretzky, Eric Lindros, Sidney Crosby. You're a godlike player, and hopefully the Oilers can finally do something to help you achieve success. But you're going to win another individual award. You're winning the Ted Lindsay Award. That's my prediction. Coach of the Year, Jack Adams. We've got Craig Berube from the St. Louis Blues, John Cooper from the Tampa Bay Lightning, and Barry Trotz for the New York Islanders. It's Barry Trotz for the New York Islanders. He has to win this, hands down. He took over a team that many NHL sports writer wrote off. The team that lost John Tavares in NHL free agency. He went to Toronto. to make lots of money and to fulfill his childhood dream and blah, blah, blah. That's cool. The Islanders, in many people's eyes, were left decimated. The Islanders were one of the best teams in the NHL. I think they were the number 5, like they were the 5th best team. I think they scored over 100, they got over 100 points or close. They made the playoffs. The New York Islanders, who lost their franchise player, coaching, and a new general manager, helped turn this team around. Barry Trotz, you won a Stanley Cup with the Washington Capitals last year. You won Coach of the Year a couple years ago. You're the Nashville Predators all-time coach of fucking everything. You're winning the Jack Adams Award tonight. Coach of the Year, Barry Trotz, New York Islanders. The King Clancy Award. The nominees are Oliver Ekman-Larsson. I think he's still with Arizona. Henrik Lundqvist, the King, New York Rangers, and Jason Zucker, who I'm going to say is with the Minnesota Wild. I'm obviously going with Henrik Lundqvist to win this. New York Ranger, favorite goalie of all time, my favorite hockey player right now, and hopefully someone who will win a Stanley Cup. If the Toronto Maple Leafs finally get a goalie, Henrik Lundqvist is the guy. The Mark Messier Leadership Award. Your nominees are Mark Giordano, Calgary Flames, Wayne Simmons for the Nashville Predators. That seems weird. And Justin Williams, Carolina. You know what? You gotta... before the playoffs, I know the NHL awards are based on regular season. I know. At the end of the year, I was going Mark Giordano, but with the playoff run, that doesn't count. I know. I'm saying Justin Williams wins the Mark Messier Leadership Award because that was another Cinderella story of a team. All the NHL experts from TSN and all over North America said the Carolina Hurricanes were a garbage team. Justin Williams, boom. And I think you're a free agent this year. The Vezina Trophy. This is a weird list of nominees. The Vezina Trophy for goaltending, the nominees are Ben Bishop, Dallas Stars, Robin Lehner from the New York Islanders, and Andrei Vasilevsky for the Tampa Bay Lightning. I think many people are picking the Tampa Bay Lightning goalie to win, Andrei Vasilevsky. I'm going with the Dallas Stars. Ben Bishop for the upset Vezina Trophy tonight. The James Norris Trophy, Best Defenseman, Bobby Orr Trophy. The nominees are Brent Burns, San Jose Sharks, Mark Giordano, the Calgary Flames, Victor Hedman, the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'm picking Mark Giordano from the Calgary Flames to finally win a Norris Trophy because a couple times over the past few seasons, he's been close to being nominated or he got injured or something. I think he's due. And yes, I think the NHL awards are kind of like the Oscars and sometimes the Emmys. They give it to players who they're like, fuck, we owe you one. So that's why I think Mark Giordano of the Calgary Flames is winning the Norris Trophy. The Masterton Trophy. The nominees are Nick Foligno for... fuck. I don't know who he's placed for. Oh my god. I feel bad. Robin Lehner, New York Islanders. Joe Thornton, San Jose. I'm going with Joe Thornton for San Jose. Fuck, who does Nick Foligno play for? Fuck me. I don't know. I'm sorry. I swore. Linden River, you're hot. Okay, the Lady Byng Trophy. I like the Lady Byng Trophy. I would name that after Adam Oates, honestly, if it was up to me. Your nominees are Alexander Barkov, Florida Panthers, I'm pretty sure. Sean Monahan, Calgary Flames. Ryan O'Reilly, St. Louis Blues. He just won the Conn Smythe Trophy. You just won a Stanley Cup. Guess what, Ryan O'Reilly? Catlin, one of your favorite hockey players. Ryan O'Reilly, you are winning the Lady Byng Trophy. That's my prediction. Okay. Did I get all of them? I just got to do the big one. That's what she said. I wish. Hart Trophy. The Hart Trophy. The nominees are Sidney Crosby. I'm kind of shocked he was nominated. Not that he didn't have a good year, but if they had 5 nominees, I would say Sidney Crosby deserves it. They only have 3. I was a little surprised by that nomination. So Sidney Crosby, Pittsburgh Penguins, Nikita Kucherov, the Tampa Bay Lightning, and Connor McDavid for the Edmonton Oilers. I did a video predicting my NHL season picks where I predicted the Tampa Bay Lightning would be the best team in the league, Tampa Bay Lightning would win the Stanley Cup over the Winnipeg Jets. Then I did a playoff preview video where I predicted same thing. Tampa Bay Lightning is winning the Stanley Cup this year, defeating Winnipeg Jets. Well, I'm picking Nikita Kucherov to win the Hart Trophy tonight. Nikita Kucherov for the Tampa Bay Lightning, who I predicted in my year preview video, is who I'm picking to win the Hart Trophy. It's weird that Nikita Kucherov is going to win the Hart Trophy, possibly, and Steven Stamkos has never won the Hart Trophy for Tampa Bay Lightning. That's weird. Anyway, those are my predictions for the NHL 2019 awards. Who do you got? Who do you predict? Type me, don't hate me. Tweet at me, something. Find me on my PC Twitter. Read Dudar, read WR Dudar. And yeah. My time in Lac La Biche is actually on the clock, to be honest. So yeah, I look forward to revealing that news to people that I work with individually. There's some people I'm going to let know. My boss knows. I told my boss a few weeks ago that I was quitting, that I'm leaving, that I'm moving from Lac La Biche to go back to Edmonton. If you watch this YouTube video and you work with me, hello, hi, I'm going to have a conversation with you. I'm leaving. 3 years and a month is enough for me. I need to go back home. I need to go back to Edmonton. I miss food. I miss civilization. I miss my friends that I grew up with. I miss a lot of things about Edmonton and civilization. I had a great time in Lac La Biche for the most part. I enjoyed my job very much. I enjoyed my boss very much. I enjoyed working for the company that I work for very much. I enjoyed most of my time here. I met some great friends, met some great people. Lac La Biche is a lot of things. It's beautiful. There's a lot of nice people who live in this town. This town just deserves better. And the people that run this town, like the city, town council, and the families, and the three cultures that are all racist towards each other, who don't understand business school, business sense, marketing, free enterprise, all that stuff, that's the reason Lac La Biche sucks. That's why there's so many gas stations, all with the same gas price. That's why there's so many liquor stores instead of places for kids to play in Lac La Biche. You're grooming a community and generation to be alcoholics and drug abusers instead of actually providing an outlet for young kids. Fucking build a play park. Do something with the Bold Center. Do more. Get a movie theater. Have a recreational center somewhere in Lac La Biche for people, for young people to do something other than drink and do drugs. Anyway, NHL Awards 2019, that was my little rant. A couple more videos on the way because my time in the Batcave in Lac La Biche is limited. Cheers, subscribe, tell a friend. London River, you're hot.